Hello, my friends. Mir is here, and welcome back to my channel. Here I am at 9 in the morning on a beautiful September morning, about to leave my house and head to the airport. And honestly, this whole trip is me doing a bunch of things for the first time. Filming outside of my house, being comfortable filming in public, traveling to Chicago for work. I don't know who I am today. My flight is at 12, and yes, I am only going 2 hours early this time because all my life I've been told you must be at the airport 3 hours early for international flights. But every time I actually do that, I just sit there for the full 3 hours like a lost child waiting for something dramatic to happen. And spoiler, absolutely nothing ever happens. So today I said nope, 2 hours, still safe, still fine, still more than enough time to go through all the checks. Naturally, I got through everything in like 30 minutes and then sat around bored for an hour and a half anyway. So, really, nothing's changed. Since this is a work trip, some of my colleagues were at the airport too, and I instantly felt uncomfortable filming anything around them. Like I said, I really want to get better at this whole filming in the public thing, but my brain is like, people are looking at you. Stop immediately. So it's so silly, but it's so true. Arrived in Chicago. The room is nice, nothing too fancy. You know, it's a room. It gets very bright here when you go near the curtain. I don't know if you guys can see anything. This could probably work better, but yeah, there we go. A very simple room, nothing fancy, nothing crazy. And then there's the washroom. Washroom is actually kind of nice. I really like when they do the lighting and all of that fancy stuff. We are about to go get lunch. Funny enough, dinner is actually at 7 and it's currently 4 and we're just getting lunch. I can't eat 2 meals within 3 hours, so let's see. But everyone is trying to go and get the deep dish fried pizza. I'm not a fan of pizza in general, let alone fried and deep fried. Deep dish pizza sounds awesome, but also awful. I don't know what I'm expecting, so let's try it out. Funny enough, I had absolutely no idea where we were going for lunch. The team chose this spot called Illuminati's, and I generally have never heard about it, or at least I thought so. When we walked in, I immediately noticed this huge wall of books, all the same color, and of course, my brain was like, I need a wall of pink books in my office. I could tell they reused the same books here, which I would obviously never do at home, but the idea, ugh, I was obsessed. Now, the pizza. You guys, I did not like it at all. It was so dry, I honestly felt like I was eating plastic. I'm sorry if you're in Chicago, maybe I just had the worst version. I don't know. And here's the funniest part. I went back to the hotel at night, turned on Emily in Paris, even though I've never watched the show before, and the first thing I see is Emily making fun of Illuminati's.
I was in Chicago once, and I ate the deep dish pizza.
Disgusting.
Like a quiche made of cement.
Oh no, you must have gone to Lou Malnati's.
I was laughing so hard because, of course, I only saw that after I already had my awful experience there. Alrighty, back in the room now, and of course, I'm unpacking everything because I hate living out of a suitcase, even if I'm only staying here for 2 nights. I always overpack. I can't help it. How am I supposed to know what I want to wear in 3 days from now? I bring my whole closet and I hope for the best. Also, I absolutely hate dragging luggage around the airport. I want nothing with me except my funny pack and a book. And putting suitcases in an overhead bin, I physically cannot lift them. I try every time, and every time I regret being alive. Everyone keeps telling me horror stories about losing their luggage, but since it hasn't happened to me yet, I refuse to change. But what about you guys? Do you take a small suitcase? Big? Do you have trauma? Please share with me. Within the first 4 hours of being in the United States, I already missed my Canadian stories and thank yous. Our server at Luminati's gave us one bill for 5 people, even though nobody asked for that. And when we said we needed it split, she literally rolled her eyes. This would never happen in Canada. Like, never. So, yes, this stereotype is real. We are staying in Evanston, and honestly, this town is so cozy, green, and calm. Very much my vibe. Quiet during the day, peaceful, with lots of trees everywhere. For dinner, we went to this place called Tapa Barcelona, and I didn't even know what tapas meant. But when I found out it's a bunch of small dishes, I was like, okay, yes, this is perfect. That is exactly what I need after eating a full meal 2 hours ago. This place was actually so cute, and I loved every dish I tried. We just came back from dinner, and as I am about to take my shower, I realized that I didn't bring my scrunchie for the hair. This is gonna be a disaster. I've been like trying to go through all my bags and like search for one. I don't know what makes me think that I will find one, even though I very clearly know I did not bring one. I have my strap for my Apple Watch. Let's see. If we do this, and then like wait, which that could this is a disaster. This is a disaster. Thing is, if I call downstairs, they will most likely have a shower cap. But like, I don't want to go downstairs. No, not anymore. I can like, this is really dumb. I'm like so mad at myself right now. How do you forget? It's like making the impossible possible, okay? Okay, this is not even like going around me. I don't have ideas at this point. So here's an idea. They have this ice bag. It's a regular bag, but they have it for like the ice container, whatever. So I'm thinking, not exactly sure how it's gonna work though. Thing is, it's not even like fitting all the hair. It's like most of it is just falling out. I did forget a hair tie. This is a disaster. I think I might have to just like wrap it around my hair with a towel, and that will work. Yeah. Well, it's not like we have any other choice. Do something like this, and then shower without getting the hair wet. Okay, I'll be back once I get all the pretty stuff from my face off. Joke's on me, I literally ended up passing out as soon as I got out of the shower because I was so tired that day. Here we go, today's the next day, and I am going to work. As somebody who works from home and is surrounded by four walls every single day, I absolutely love being in person, seeing people, interacting with them in person. It's definitely one of my favorite things, and so here I am going to work in person. I'm not going to tell you what I do for work because it's probably not what you're here for, but here I am driving to work in the morning and the surroundings were absolutely beautiful. For lunch, we got invited to this place called Portillo's. Really nice place, a very nice restaurant. I really enjoyed the atmosphere. It definitely felt very, very American. I could not even compare it to anything that we have in Canada. So the food was great, the atmosphere was great. I loved it. Believe it or not, I just came back from work. Ew, what does my face look like that? That is so gross. Why is it so oily? I hate this lighting. Okay, let's go to the bathroom. This bedroom is a mess, but only because the beds are not done, and I was trying to figure out the top situation this morning, so I'll clean it in a second. So, just came back from work, exhausted. This is my second day in Chicago. We are staying in Evanston, so we're like an hour away from the downtown area. I really want to go exploring. I don't know if I will end up doing so because I don't like being alone in downtown places. So, unless people from work want to come, I am not gonna go by myself. For now, though, since everyone is still getting to the hotel, I'm gonna go change, clean the room, relax a little bit. All right. We did end up going to downtown Chicago. We got to explore it just for a little bit because by the time we got there, going through the traffic and being stuck for an hour, we ended up getting there just before the sunset. So we only had a couple of minutes to actually go around and explore because I didn't feel comfortable staying there too late. However, from the time that I was there, the vibe was very much like downtown Toronto. Like the buildings look exactly the same, people look very similar. Everything just reminded me of downtown Toronto, and I could not get that feeling out of my head. Of course, we visited the Bean. I took the video. I really enjoyed the atmosphere. Like, it didn't feel like it was that crowded, which was probably the only difference that I noticed when it came to downtown Toronto. Like, Toronto is very crowded everywhere. Here, it still felt like there was not that many people on the streets. So I really, really enjoyed that. And then, of course, the sun started to come down. So we decided to get dinner at this Rosetta Italian restaurant. It was a really nice restaurant. They did have this massive label of don't come in if you're wearing jeans, but thankfully they did let me in, so I did end up enjoying my dinner there. And of course, at night, downtown looks amazing, lots of lights everywhere. Definitely vibe that I enjoy during night, but I am by no means a downtown person. I definitely prefer my suburbs, which is exactly where I started day number 3. I'm going to work again. This is my last day in Chicago. We ended up going to work pretty early and leaving a little bit early just because we had to head out to the airport. And let me tell you about the airport. By the time we got there, it was 5 o'clock. We were supposed to have our flight at 8, and of course, it got delayed. So by the time we got on the plane, it was already around 10 something o'clock, and we headed back home. Look at me over here filming at the airplane. How crazy is that? I told you I was trying to overcome my fear of filming in public. Were people looking at me? Yes, they were. Was I trying to not care about it? Yes, I was. And I managed to do so for exactly 2 seconds. I am trying to get better at filming in public, and I am sure I will be able to get better at it very, very shortly. Here I am at the Pearson airport, about to get into my Uber and head home. Thank you so much for coming onto this journey with me, exploring Chicago, working, filming in the public, and just having fun. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!